Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie. And we are going to kick off the next part, which I assume is Reen's. Just finished our fun in Crossbell, and now we're off to Heimdall, maybe? Maybe not.
Ladies and gentlemen, our day in the sun has finally arrived. And I, Grace Lynn of the Crossbell Times, am here to make sure you don't miss a moment of this monumental occasion. At 2 p.m. today, the signing ceremony for Crossbell's independence will take place in this very spot. What you are about to witness is going to be historic not just for Crossbell, but for this whole continent. Let's get some live reactions from folks on the street.
To tell you the truth, I never dreamed we would achieve independence again quite like this. It's been 2 years since we came under Erebonian control. 2 years that dragged on, yet flew by at the same time. I struggle to describe just how moved I am when I acknowledge that we are about to finally achieve our long-cherished desire. Now, if everyone would join me. 3 cheers for Crossbell!
Nervous is the short answer. We're all really busy trying to ensure everything goes ahead smoothly. It's incredible to think that everything we fought for is about to pay off. But I can't imagine we would have gotten this far if not for the efforts of the Special Support Section. As a fellow police officer, I'm beyond proud of them for all they've done for us.
Yeah! The SSS are awesome!
You guys are Crossbell's heroes!
Look, Speaker McDowell has arrived on the scene. Mr. Speaker, could you please tell us how you're feeling with the ceremony about to begin? I'd love to hear about the relationship between your beautiful secretary and the leader of the SSS while you're at it.
Race?
Not you again. The speaker is a busy man, you know.
Now, I see no harm in giving her a little of my time. Crossbell can only take this momentous step forward thanks to the help of all who live here and our many neighbors. As both a government official and as a fellow citizen of this great state, I am deeply grateful to all who supported us. I hope that you will continue to watch over us as we walk toward our new future hand in hand.
The day is finally here, Guy. I know it took us a while. But peace in Crossbell is finally within reach. Though, this will probably be where the real hard work begins.
Hard's got nothing on us. So long as we're together, everything's gonna be easy breezy. You guys already put in 100%, and I plan on doing the same.
"110 is more like it, and you can always count on me for support. Watch over us, Guy, Lloyd, and all of Crossbell."
All right. I think it's time we got going. You and Kia both have things on the to-do list today, don't you?
That's right. I was thinking of checking in on Elia. It's only been a month since she finished rehab, and she's already got her engines running at full blast.
I'd be more worried if she wasn't doing that. But yeah, I'm meeting Shizuku at the guild.
Oh yeah. She's back home after evacuating to Reverie. Well, I'm on patrol before the signing ceremony begins, so I'll pop by to say hey when I'm close, okay?
That works for me. I'll see you in a bit.
Bye!
We'll finally be independent. Whatever work I have to put in to keep it that way will be worth every second. I'm here, now and always, as a detective and a proud member of the SSS.
Aha, there you are.
Lloyd,
Hey! So, Noelle, Wazzy, what brings you here?
I'm handling security detail. Kia was just here, right? I bumped into her at the signing ceremony site, and she said where she'd be going.
And I've only been dragged here because Archbishop Aralda will be present. This is all unusual, even by the church's standards, so they needed more bodies to make the arrangements less hectic.
Ah, come on. Don't act like you're just anyone.
Feels like it's been a whole lifetime since we've gotten a chance to talk, huh? But it's only been a month since the operation. We did meet up at the prince's wedding, but it got so busy after that we haven't had a chance to really sit down.
And all my running in and out of Arterias made me miss just being here. So, you know, it's nice to be home.
Hasn't been the same without you, Wazzy. And seriously, way to go, Noelle. Security detail for this is no small task.
Thanks. Couldn't manage it without you and the rest of the team, though.
Does that about cover your plans until the ceremony starts, then? My end of the work is all but wrapped up, so I was just going to roam for a bit. I've got an idea since you're on patrol duty anyway, Lloyd. What if we made the most of meeting up like this and scoped out the city together? Sounds great. As long as you know I'm on the job, we can't goof off or anything. I figured. It's gonna be a nice little nostalgia bomb for me to do some Triple S related work. It'll serve as a nice change of pace for me, so why not? Alright then, let's hit the streets. My only plan stops are to see Kia and Cecile, but it'd be nice if we could talk to Ellie since I'm sure she's hard at work. Sure, now let's get moving. We can figure out where to go first along the way. New clothing for Noelle.
I'm going in.
So, if we were to go to costumes, let's see what we got. Oh. Can't see her move, unfortunately.
Come on, baby.
Right.
So, let's examine this one more time. Here lies Guy Bannings. And now Shizuku's mother's grave is this one? Oh, it's back here. Saya McLean. You can see she was 24 when she died. Lambs born under the bell, rest in peace. May the sun's golden rays illuminate your trail to the goddess's side. My husband passed away decades ago after being caught in the crossfires of war. Since then I made it a point to come here and pray every single day. I never thought I'd one day be able to deliver such wonderful news to him. The home he loved is going to regain its independence with the signing ceremony. I can picture him in heaven with a big warm smile of his as we speak. Well, how have you been, Lloyd? Doing good, been a while, Quint. You were friends with Guy, weren't you? We were drinking buddies, now the only hanging out we do is while I watch over the cemetery. Wow, Lloyd, you're looking more and more like your brother by the day. Well, it's one thing to be like him on the outside, but it's another thing to be like him on the inside. Nothing wrong with having big shoes to fill in. Besides, I think you're doing a damn fine job living up to his image. Say, you got his talents for when it comes to drinking at all? Guy could really knock him back. Probably not. I'm more of a social drinker. I can have a few now and then, though. That's good enough in my book. Don't know if I ever told you this before, but my only regret's never being able to drink him under the table. Might be able to outdrink you, though. If you ever got a free night, how about you and me go out for a beer? Sure, I'd love that, sir. Just remember, I said I was a social drinker. I didn't say anything about being a lightweight. Sounds like a challenge if I ever heard one. Sounds awfully fun. We're in. We are. The The more the merrier. I love a good gathering. Door is locked, so we can't look for any cookbooks or anything in there. We get to see the twins.
Running into you here, Father Wazzy. And you brought a couple of friends in tow.
Oh, hey, Scarlet.
If I remember correctly, she's...
Indeed. As you can see, I've managed to sneak away from my duties long enough for a hot date with my boy toy here. We'll be patrolling the city, so I leave the rest of our work in your capable hands.
Can you not say things that'll confuse her? You're the squire who helped us in the operation, right? Thank you so much.
We didn't have much time for introductions then, did we? Still, I've heard plenty about you. They weren't kidding about how cute you are.
Scarlet?
I'm just messing with you. Catch you later.
Wow, that made even my heart skip a beat. I don't think I've ever met a sister with an eye patch before. Makes her look like she could hold her own in a fight. She's one of our newest squires, joined about the same time as Vald, as it happens. She used to be with a terrorist organization in the Empire, even crossed paths with Thor's old Class 7, if I recall. Still, she's got a great head on her shoulders. Talk about a complete 180. Then again, I'm not sure what's harder, working with terrorists or working under you. She seems to be enjoying her work quite a bit, I'll have you know. Now then, with my remaining work delegated, why don't we continue into the city? Roger that. So, we now have the objective there, yada yada. Down to see the minimap. About the notebook. Main screen of the cat menu, so I'll probably do this. Read the summary of the story, nav log, other features. You can read profile data. Automatically record stuff as we uncover it. So you can see there's a mountain of character notes piling in. But yeah, now that I think about it, Gaius didn't have any squires on account of him being new. And then Kevin's only squire is Rias, and in 3 she's part of the party. This is the first time we've had a Grail Knight where you could actually interact with their squires on the map, to my knowledge. Juju? Yep. There are a few things as shameless as flipping my skirt. You're supposed to be setting an example as one of the oldest in class, too. Now, which one of you is Tamil? Confess to your misdeeds, I may just forgive you in the name of the goddess. I'm Hamel, he's Tamil. Stop messing around, Tamil. I'm Hamel, he's Tamil. So you're gonna keep feigning innocence, are you? Fine, if that's how you're gonna be. Come here, Tamil, it's time for your punishment. Huh? What? How'd you know it was me? I knew you'd sniff out the culprit, Sister Juju. Tamil and Hamel are complete opposites, even though they're identical twins. But it's when they decide to act like each other, things get really hard. Most can't tell who's who at all. I can, though. It took me a while, but even being identical is enough to stop me from noticing some minute differences. You better watch out, Tamil. It's a game over for you. I can't believe it. Sister Juju knows how to tell us apart. I mean, I'm kind of happy about it, but how am I supposed to mess with her now? Me and Tamil are twins. We always get people turning heads. They try to figure out who's who, but we look super identical. I guess our eyes are kind of different some. The only ones who can tell us apart are our mom, our dad, and Kia for some reason. I always figured that Sister Juju would figure it out one day, though. The sign ceremony has brought in many a foreign worshipper today. While I'm pleased to see the cathedral is bustling, it does put a bit of a strain on me as I'm the one in charge of security. I'm sure member of the Growls were to be in here isn't making your job any easier. You have my apologies. Nonsense, I know the Archbishop has his own feelings on the matter, but I welcome you wholeheartedly. I only ask that you keep vigilant as the sign ceremony approaches. Of course. If you don't remember, Oralda hates the Grill Knights. See if he's in his office. Nope. His office looks a lot better in 3D. These rooms are empty in 2D if you don't remember. Sister Rias was kind enough to write a letter to the cathedral recently. She apologized for being unable to make it to the sign ceremony, but congratulated Crossbell on regaining its independence. How kind of her to reach out to us again. It was good hearing from her. This is the classroom, by the way. Hello, everyone. You seem to be working as hard as ever. Must say, Lloyd, you're looking more rugged since I last saw you. You're hardly the same boy I once knew. Thanks, I guess. I'll take your word for it. Right, this sister's the one who taught you and Ellie when you were in Sunday school, isn't she? I'm a little envious how close you still are, even after all this time. Yeah, but it is a little embarrassing to still be doted on after so long. Anyway, how are you doing, Sister Marble? Has everything been well at the cathedral? Well, yes, things have been peaceful here over the last month. Many of the children from the former downtown district have taken a liking to attending class at the cathedral. Kia seems to be loving just how many new classmates she has. She was telling me all about it earlier. I plan to have the kids listen in on the signing ceremony later during class. Wish I could be there to see it myself, but that's okay. I'm sure you and everyone else taking part will do a wonderful job. Thanks, Sister Marble. Just know we couldn't have made it this far without people like you guiding us on our way. I'll soon be giving Sunday school lessons to the children in the newly renovated Uptown District. Many residents living there until recently were from the Imperial Army, meaning there are much fewer children in the district. Van and Ruse were originally from there back when it was still known as the Downtown District. Back then, neither students nor their parents would agree to come here for class, so I went to them instead. Things have changed since then, and now they're all attending regular Sunday school, thankfully. It's a delightful change of pace. Van's dad used to be a real drunk. He'd drink any time, day or night. Van said he started to change after he got drafted for the war, though. He stopped drinking and even got a job after that. Then he started insisting that Van go back to Sunday school. Poor guy. He even took me in and cared for me like he's part of the family. He's kind of a strange guy, but not in a bad way. You're so close, man. Going to Sunday school used to be nothing but a pain in the butt. It's not so bad anymore now that our neighborhood's been turned into the Uptown District. Guess that just goes to show how much times have changed. Me and my old man are doing pretty well for ourselves now. If you don't remember those two, that's kind of a messed up story, how he's always outside, the boy is always outside because he doesn't want to be around his drunk dad. We always make a point to visit the local churches whenever we go on a trip. Part of it is just to pray to the goddess for safe travels, sure, but I also like taking in the atmosphere of every different church. Am I seeing things, or did I just see a sister wearing an eye patch walk by? I want to be rude and stare, but my jaw almost dropped. She looked like a real badass. The cathedral will be holding a special mass in conjunction with the signing ceremony. I'm so excited that I decided to come here early, even though it won't be starting anytime soon. How nice of you all to visit, here for a friendly chat? Something like that, we were a little curious. Wazy Hemisphere, welcome back. I see you left the event arrangements in the hands of your squires. I hope that doesn't mean you intend to neglect your duties while in Crossbell. Have a little more faith in me. The Congregation for the Sacraments tasked me with verifying the state of things now that the Great Twilight has passed. The details of that investigation are on a need-to-know basis, and, well, you know the drill. Wazy, couldn't you have said that a little more courteously? Man, that sure is an attitude to take with the Archbishop of all people. I mind not. I've accepted that there are some workings of the goddess that only the Gralsritter are meant to understand. Allowing you back to Crossbell is a decision based on preventative action. However, that doesn't excuse those from the congregation who would do inhumane things in the name of keeping secrecy. They even appear to be accepting common street punks into their ranks. That last one felt pointed. You wound me, Archbishop. Though if anyone on our little motley crew is a troublemaker, it's me. I did have a little oopsie a few weeks ago that Vol got on my case for. I can vouch for that, you're a real headache to look after. Though I'm not worried about today with Second Lieutenant Seeker babysitting you. You better not cause her any trouble, am I understood? Can't even imagine what it must be like to work under him. Abbess, Vald, Scarlet, each one of them are saints. But yes, Abbess is one of the squires too. We'll have to see if it's at Trinity if we're even able to access it because, well, we couldn't in Cold Steel. So anyway, this takes us north of Crossbell City. We're on the Mains Mountain Path. I don't know if we can actually get into any fights out here. Now that I think about it, what was my reward for the save data again? Maybe a Zerum capsule? I don't know. The various weapons, the armor. Ah, we do have this. Proof that someone was protected by the miracle of Zero and freed the land, overcoming the daunting walls before them. Well, we do have a shield I'm not using. We only have one piece of fishing bait, that's rough. Nadia is part of the Ouroboros crew, 3 and 9. Lapis is with them. I don't know if those were on disc or what.
No reason to go up this way toward mines.
Says you.
Engaged! You don't need to go far in for monsters, though. A ton have been spotted along here recently, so keep an eye out.
Will do. We wouldn't want to spoil the big day with a few careless injuries now, would we?
Says you.
Fire!
No comment on Noel's victory pose. It's meme-worthy, that's all I'll say.
Huh?
I got 4 U materials from that last fight.
Fire!
Ready to go.
Now that I think about it. So we know hers is the missile launcher.
Take this!
Okay, I don't like his other one, but that's still kind of handy for how fast it is. Oh, this is heartbreaking, man. Let's go to West Street. I was hoping, like, with the downtime between the games that came out, they'd actually animate this place better and actually allow you to walk through Crossbell. Didn't you used to live around here, Lloyd? Yeah, I lived in the Belheim Apartments. It's vacated now, but I still know plenty of people from the area. Like Oscar from the local bakery, the folks at Talus's. I'd say we know them just as well as you do at this point, given how much you used to go on and on. It's just how it goes when you join the Triple S. Stop, you guys. Hey, since we're here and all, how about we say our hellos? Quick travel is now enabled. Square, and then you get to choose locations to return, yada yada. And there's going to be event markers. I was so happy when my husband returned from the war that I wasn't just jumping for joy, I was floating. Our daughter's doing well, our home's gaining back its independence. This is what true happiness looks like. Momo used to be such a shy little girl, but she's really begun to come out of her shell. Makes me wonder if I have Ryu and Honor to thank for being such good friends. Part of me is a little concerned about what hijinks the Junior Triple S gets themselves into. If I can tell they're looking out for Momo, that's good enough for me. Cheese Pecky. We might need to trade those in later. The Independence Special. Oh, he only had one. Interesting business model. That one is tempting. If you look, Wazy has 10% evasion if I give him that. It's just until well, if we were looking to unload our Sepith Mass. We're poor, man. Momo up. Oh, we can't go upstairs anymore. Now that I think about it, I actually should equip that on him so I can keep his CP up. That's formerly Grimwood's Law Office. Can't go in that one. Yeah, I think we'll do his last.
Is it just me, or does the city feel extra happy today?
It's not just you. The positivity in the air is almost overwhelming.
Well, can't blame everyone. They've been waiting for this day for a long time.
They have 6 mailboxes, but there's only 3 apartments to my knowledge. It's amazing how drastically Mrs. Novash has changed her tune. She used to be so nasty, but now she's a whole new woman. Actually, I had just about enough of her and was on the verge of finally giving her a real piece of my mind. Not to worry, I'll be holding my tongue now. My wife managed to talk me off that ledge before it came to that. Is she around? So you'll be moving out next week. That truly is a shame. We'd only just finally bonded over our love for Ark CL, but you're already leaving. I know we haven't always been the best of neighbors, let alone friends, but leaving after growing so much closer truly does break my heart. Please give my warmest regards to Levick as well. I should be apologizing for anything, but it's all water under the bridge by now. Just promise me that you'll treat us to a night at the Heimdall Opera House when we come visit. Of course, we'd be more than happy to treat the two of you. Though given everything that's happened, I can't guarantee there'll be VIP seats. I hope that's alright. Don't be silly. We don't need the best seats in the house to have a lovely time. We used to butt heads with Miss Novash all the time when her family first moved into the apartments upstairs. Looking back, those spats are nothing but fond memories now. I'm really gonna miss her after she and her family move. I can learn a lot from Olga and her husband. They truly are good, kind people. My daddy isn't the manager of the Times department store anymore. He said things might be a little harder for us when we move back to Erebony than it has been in Crossbell. But honestly, that doesn't really bother me. I don't know if we were able to go into the general store in Cold Steel 4 or not. February 14th will be a day celebrated throughout history, the day Ilya made her sudden return to the stage. It's the first time the Sun, Moon, and Star Princesses came together to perform the Dream of a Million Nights. I've never been so moved in my entire life. It was like a dream come true seeing them reunite and perform together. And now on March 15th, Crossbell's going to finally celebrate a rightful, legitimate Independence Day. Feels like watching one of Arkansas's drums come to life. I feel so blessed to see two historic moments back to back. And then Ilya's apartment. This is Ilya's apartment. She and Celia are back to being roommates now that she's completed her physical therapy. Imagine paying rent and not being able to sleep in your own bed for over 2 years. Must have felt good for her to come home. I'll bet. Still get a little emotional thinking about how hard she worked to return. She's right back to rehearsing like a madwoman. Hope she can take some time for herself every now and then. So there's Momo, Ryu, and Henri. Belgard Gate and the Police Academy, we don't need to go that way. I don't know if they'll even let us. Like, part of the reason why I was excited for this game is to actually explore Crossbell in 3D. It's the Triple S! You guys look super busy. Hope you guys are doing okay. Why, thank you. How goes the Junior Triple S's activities? Discussing your next move, perhaps? Oh man, you're sharp. It's not like we're big security or nothing like that because we're kids. But at the same time, we might know stuff regular security might not because we're kids. I believe it. One of the reasons we were able to find Mei Ling with Reen's help after she was spirited away was because of you guys. Very impressive. Well, we don't just play around, you know. Anyway, we won't cause problems for the CPD or CGF, so don't worry. We're just gonna do our very best. Roger that. So my sister's up in the northern part of the Empire all climbing mountains and stuff. She told me that she's doing it now because the war's over and stuff's calm now. What's so fun about climbing some mountains when the signing ceremony's happening here? His sister is Chiruru, if you don't remember, the hiker. We're gonna keep up our security patrols, but we promise we won't do anything that will cause trouble for the adults. If we see anything weird, we'll let you know right away. It's nice how cheerful everyone is, but that's why we gotta make sure security's extra tight. So Belheim, this is where Lloyd lived. Michaud? Nope, Lytton. About to leave for my shift at the clinic in Armorica. My wife Flora started working there recently too. Things are done in shifts over there, but still not uncommon for our commutes to overlap. It's been a nice change of pace for us to share patients, to be honest. I think it's done wonders for our marriage. Our communication is better than it ever was when we worked at the hospital. Looks like they do let you go downstairs. Huh. And this is, Yuna's. That's her father. My, if it isn't Lloyd. Doing the rounds before the signing ceremony, huh? Keep up the good work. You know how it is. We were in the neighborhood, so I thought we should drop by and say hi. Can't say enough about how Yuna helped us when we last saw her. We're really grateful. Yeah, she played a huge part in the mission. She really knows her way around a Soldat. I'm happy to hear such praise for her, but I still do worry about her as her father. I'm so proud of how much she's grown while studying in Erebonia. She really has. We're proud of her too. So, are you not working at Michelin today, Matthew? Actually, I'll be in charge of a little event we're running down the Harbor District later. There's still some time before I need to be on the side, so I came to enjoy a cup of coffee. Sounds nice. Guess you'll need it for how busy you'll be later after as well. Sorry if we interrupted your time alone. On that note, I think we should be going. Have a wonderful day, you two. Thank you. You as well. Stay safe out there. Despite today's event being smaller in scale, there's no doubt the park is going to be packed. So I'm going to take it easy while I still can, be well rested and ready to go when the real work begins. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Yuna's staying in her instructor's hometown for some extracurricular exercises. Oh, so that's what they call it now. Thinking about her working so hard always inspires me and raises my spirits. So remember, Reen's hometown has the hot springs. Hey, it's the Triple S. Hi everyone. You two look as energetic as ever. Today is the signing ceremony. It's going to be so hype. We're going to celebrate a whole lot and then eat a bunch of tasty food. Then tonight we get to go see Arc-en-Ciel. Can't wait to rub it in Yuna's face the next time she comes home. I'm sure she's going to be really jealous. Can't wait for the signing ceremony. It's going to be a blast. Maybe I'll bring a Mishi plush with me. It's a big deal, so Mishi's got to be there. Wonder what that signing ceremony is going to be like. Can't wait. And you can't go down there. The Nuez family live right next door to you and your brother. We can always head downstairs and say hello if you want. It's okay, we have plenty on our plates before the ceremony. I can visit them once things settle down and I'm off duty. So, Cecile, downstairs. Lead to the 4th floor. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed so far. It's quite nice sitting out here on the bench and enjoying some fresh baked bread from Morges. Still can't believe we'll be independent again after today. I'd given up on seeing it happen in my lifetime. Truly, I'm as happy as can be. Don't think I can take this way to the Triple S building. I left the back entrance locked. We'll have to unlock it from the inside if we want to use it then. That leads to their garage. And keep in mind, garage is being very generous because they have to drive up this thing and then round the pole. Yeah. And we'll talk to them in a moment. That looked like Randy and Morale. My best friend Churu told me not too long ago that now was the best time for her to travel across Arabonia and took off for Norsha province. Previously, she also tried crossing the Mains Mountains and gave up. After giving it another go, she had better luck. That motivated her to set her sights on scaling even rougher mountains, which is what brings her to Norsha now. At this point, I'd argue she's not just a seasoned traveler, she's a full-on mountaineer. Hi everyone. Well, if it isn't Lloyd and his pals, good timing. We just finished baking some limited edition bread to celebrate Crossbell's independence. Try some. 3 independence rolls. Wow, this smells great. Thanks, Oscar. Are they decorated with cookies shaped like Crossbell's crest? They're so cute. Don't mind if we do. Hey, Oscar, don't you think you've been pushing yourself a lot lately? I'm happy the bread is selling well, but you've been baking non-stop for days. You could end up re-aggravating your injuries at this pace. Lighten up, Benet. You worry too much. Does the injury you suffered during the war still bother you, Oscar? I thought you made a full recovery. Don't worry, man. My wound's healed up and the doctor cleared me to come back to work. I think Benet is looking out for me. Don't try to play this off. When you were first injured, they said you might never bake again. Just because you healed enough to be discharged and come back to work, it doesn't mean you can be careless. I'm limiting you to only 3 hours of kneading a day, and you can only man the counter 2 hours at a time. Wow, she must really care about him. Don't you just adore when young love continues to blossom over the years? That's not it at all. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Please don't push yourself so hard, Oscar. I know you think you're fine, but the last thing I want is to see you go back to the hospital. Are you listening to me, Oscar? If I know him better, I think these two are already a married couple. Tell me about it. I was pretty worried about his injuries too, but looks like they only brought these two even closer together. The war wasn't exactly easy for me, but I'm happy to be healthy and be getting back to normal. Better yet, I'm glad I got to live to see this day and spend it with all of you. We're selling commemorative bread to celebrate Crossbell's independence. Don't be shy, buy as many as you like. So the independence roll is 1,000 HP regen, cure stat down, and it's quite a bit of a defense buff. And here's Morge. Happy Independence Day, we've got a lot to celebrate. Plus it seems like things are heating up between Oscar and Benet. I've noticed her doting on him lately. If things go well between the two of them, the future of this bakery is all but assured. I couldn't be happier. And you're not allowed to go in the back room anymore. We'll go out this way because we need to hit up Randy and Morale. Come on.
Huh. What a weird trio you guys make.
Hi, Randy. Hi, Murray. Doing well?
I'd say they are. Are we interrupting your date?
Date? That's not what we're doing. I was asking for his input on today's security measures as a valued former member of the Guardian Force.
Come on, be honest. Just say you're happy you get to spend time with me now that I've wrapped up my work in the Empire.
No! Stop making things up!
Whoa, is it just me, or is it getting a little steamy over here? Knock it off, Waynesy. She can't have both of you messing with her. It's like he never left. I'm sure you'll be sorely missed at the branch campus, Randy. Oh. The operation was your way of coming back home, right? Yeah. To be honest, there's a part of me that would have liked to keep on a little longer as an instructor, but that's life. Randy? Well, that means you found another place to hold dear. It's a great thing. It wasn't without its struggles, but I gained so much by being there. Walking in, I never thought it'd become as important to me as it is. Something about seeing just how much kids can grow in a year because of you is, well, it's nice to feel like I did right by them. You absolutely did. This almost makes me wish I could have seen you in action. I'll bet you made an amazing instructor. Well, he always did have a knack for showing others the ropes of the Guardian Force. He might look like he doesn't care, but he does a stellar job of caring for others and supporting them in all kinds of subtle ways. If he wasn't there for me when I was under that sorry excuse for a commander, I don't know what Wait. Too late. Secret's out now, I'm afraid. Wow, I didn't know you thought about me that much. That's because I don't. I was providing an objective perspective, that's all. Is it just me, or has she gotten worse at hiding her feelings? Could be because he was away for so long. It's not just her, though. Anyway, let's all keep up the good work on the job today so the signing ceremony will be a success. Do the Force proud today, Second Lieutenant. Yes, ma'am. I keep telling you guys, the hard work was an accident. We cannot reproduce it outside of a laboratory environment. Pretend this is a limbo contest. Lower the bar. Oh yeah, I almost forgot something in all the hustle and bustle. Reen and Junie wanted me to pass along a couple messages.
Congratulations on Crossbell's re-independence. Once things have calmed down a bit, I'd love to be able to visit. Can't wait.
I wish I could be there for the signing ceremony, but good luck with security. Next time I'm home, I'll be sure to drop by the SSS HQ with some souvenirs.
That's nice of them. Now we got something to look forward to. I'm sure there's been no shortage of work to be done for everyone at Thor's. That's an understatement. They've been flying all over the Empire to help get it back on its feet. Uni went back ahead of me once the operation was over. Something came up with one of her missions not long after, so she wanted to prioritize that. Uni was something of a Triple S hopeful, wasn't she? Yeah, she debated coming back to Crossbell for good after the operation. Ultimately, though, she wants to stay at Thor's until she graduates. She's always been the type to see things through, so I'm not surprised. I was worried when she first went to the Empire, but it all worked out in the end. You two were pretty good friends, weren't you? Makes sense when they're so alike. You're both so earnest and sincere that I could never get bored of riling you up. Oh, hush. But yeah, I was the one teaching her how to use her gunbreakers when she was at the police academy. We got to talking, then it turned out we had a lot in common. Love for cute animals, biking, and even the Triple S. Makes me happy knowing she's found her own path in life. Same here. Hopefully she and Reen will be able to come by soon. With how hard they work, they'll get it done in no time. Means we can't afford to slack on sprucing up Crossbell, though. Gotta make it nice and pretty for him. And let's hit up the Grimwood Law Office. If I remember correctly, this is... Yeah, it's where our old acquaintance opened his law firm before being arrested. After that, the place was vacant for a while. The Crossbell Times apparently occupied the space until just recently. I had no idea. The former office of Grizzly Grim, aka the lawyer Ian Grimwood. All things considered, he was still a big help to us 2 years ago. But after that, Crossbell soon became Erebonian territory and we fell out of touch. All the more reason why you should go visit him soon. Pete? Yep. You've grown. No, he hasn't. It's just the camera angle. Pete! If I recall, Grimwood took Pete in and acted as his guardian, right? Yeah, and Pete's been working part-time at the news agency lately. Long time no see, members of the Triple S. What brings you here today? We just happened to be passing by, so we decided to drop in. So the news agency is all moved over? Yep, I was just doing the final checks before vacating the premises, actually. You know, as soon as we got rid of the editor desk, things got real lonely around here. Reminds me of how things were after the Independence incident. Oh, I can imagine. Sure felt like your world was turned upside down when we arrested Mr. Grimwood. Oh no, please don't worry, I didn't mean it like that. Right after everything transpired, I also resented him. But as time went on, I found myself able to face him, and I even started visiting him in prison. All because you guys managed to step in and save him from himself. I see. You're a tough kid, Pete. So you've been checking in on him over these past 2 years. Yeah, in between working for the news agency, I missed a few visits because he had penal labor, but we kept in touch. Between you and me, he was terribly worried when you all were working underground against the Empire. Huh. I haven't been able to visit him since last year's occupation. Once today's signing ceremony is over, I plan on stopping by. I'm certainly as truly happy about Crossbell's independence this time. I'd be glad if he was. Could you give him our regards? And tell him we'll be dropping in eventually, too. Of course. To be honest, I'm a little reluctant to vacate this place, but ultimately I always have my memories of the times I spent here with Mr. Grimwood, and I haven't given up on my dream of becoming a lawyer. I can't keep looking back. It's time for me to move forward. Alright, first I need to study hard so I can get into a school where I can learn about law. We're rooting for you, Pete. Door is locked. Well, that's everything around here as far as I know. That's just the side door to the bakery. Hey, we can go here at least. The Central Square. So it looks like Lenely and her partner are still out there.
All the banners around town have Crossbell's emblem again.
Yeah. Makes it feel like we're back to normal.
Even I'm compelled to shed a tear seeing this.
So the headquarters is probably where we need to go. Hi guys, everyone keeps saying all the things you've been doing. You were always so cool. Thanks, Mimi, and you too, Kope. Some things never change. What would we do if we didn't have you to cheer us on anymore? Right? I don't even think the best cabaret would be half as good a way as to make me smile seeing you. Cabraid? Are those like some kind of funny braids? Sure, why not? Guess that's not a word kids hear every day. I like hamburgers more than sketty. Especially cheeseburgers, they taste the best. I don't have any fish to feed you, feline. Officer Kate and Franz? Hey Franz, Kate, how's it going? Hey Lloyd, good to see you. Are you on patrol with Noelle and Wazy? Talking about a throwback to the old Triple S days. I guess so. I'm using this as a chance to unwind. It's still kind of hard to process all that's happened in the last month. Easy for you to say, I've been keeping busy. Though I guess the science ceremony would be a good chance to relax as any in a way. Today feels like the first normal one in a long time, really. We're finally back to business as usual. I know what you mean, even the Metropolitan Division feels that way. So let me offer you guys a congratulations. Here's to a fresh start for the Triple S. None of us would be here if it wasn't for everything you all did. I feel the same. It's good to have you back. I know having to operate underground for so long must have been hard, but you now get to see the day you fought so hard for. Thanks, you two. That means a lot. It does, but I'm starting to blush a little. Me too. I may not have been in the city the last couple of years, but I never stopped considering myself a member of the Triple S. I know we're all swamped, but if there's any day to hang in there, it's today. The Metropolitan Division's beefed up its patrols as best it can. If anything comes up, though, I'll be sure to let you know. Great, we'll do the same. It's great to be working with each of you again. Your team always was an inspiration for the rest of us in the Force, so keep doing what you're doing. It was nice going to Erebony without needing a passport, but I'll take our independence over that any day. We're Crossbellans, you know, now and forever. I feel like I haven't seen as many Erebonians here this past month. Well, I guess we're not independent yet, so that makes us all Erebonians. Oh, we can't go in the back room there anymore. Where's the waitress girl? So I remember Salteo, but I don't remember anyone else here. Hey, it's Gantz the Gambler. We miners got the day off on account of the sign ceremony, so I came here from Mainz with one of our newbies, Luganov. That's one of the guys from the Saber Vipers. Kid went off to meet some pals over on East Street, and as for me, it's straight to the casino after I get me a bite to eat. Feeling lucky today. Okay, stepped away for a bit. Looks like Harold's over there. Oh, she moved. She was at a different table before. I know I tend to be on the harsh side, but not today. My britches are itching with joy. March 15 will certainly go down as a special, special day indeed. Being able to experience it with my cup in hand is what true happiness looks like. Not too long ago, Hoysdorf hired me on as a sous chef. I'm so excited, man. The era of Chef Salteo has arrived. I gotta make sure I don't go too crazy or he'll demote me. But I can help it? Is it supposed to be I can't help it? I don't know. Maybe she's upstairs. Very glad my protégés are working towards their own goals. Every now and then Salteo leaves me a bit concerned, but he seems to recognize his faults, so I don't have a problem watching him try to work through them. That's actually a sizable heal. Cures nightmare and sleep. Do I even have any, Yeah, I have a few tear balms. Good to see you, Lloyd. My, if it isn't Noelle and Wazy. We're going out to eat a whole bunch today because today's a super happy day, and Papa gets to do his work again. Really? That's great news. Yeah, so it's a little embarrassing to make such a big deal out of it. Starting my business again has been a challenge, but it all came together thanks to the renewed international interest in Crossbell. Don't be so modest. Today's a day to celebrate. But more importantly, we must thank Adios that you came home to us safely. Yes, I suppose you're right. Hey, I have a question. You guys are friends with Ren, right? We got to have lunch with her the other day. She told us all about her family. It was so much fun. You don't say. I'll bet it was. She said next time we can all have lunch with her family. I can't wait. That's strange. I know Estelle and Joshua are in town for work, but I haven't seen Ren around. Hope we can catch up with her soon. If you don't remember, this is Ren's biological family. Actually, I had the opportunity to speak with that young lady just before the war. Thinking back, I believe it's what she told me that day that helped me make it through in one piece. She's rather mysterious and always supportive of me and my family. Feels as though she's been somewhat of our guardian angel. We've had a share of hardships over the years, but I could not be happier to share a day like this with my family. Isn't today the greatest? Everyone's so happy. I just wish Ren was here too. Yep, there she is. Salto and I were interviewed here the very day war broke out, and well, here we are. I was officially hired as a chef's patissier, and he's now the sous chef. We don't have a whole lot of people on staff, so I'll be working as a waitress for a while too, but that's okay by me. Just never thought I'd be able to go down this path. I'm so happy. Yeah, now that I think about it, Harold was drafted. My word, this is using ingredients even I'm not all too familiar with. What a revolutionary dish this is. I've heard this particular dish was devised by two youngsters who will be taking over one day. I was quite pleased with how delicious it was. Just so you know, the cat is up by the microphone. You may hear her purring. Rufus' sentence is way too messed up. His sentence should be lighter. What's that thing where you get people to sign the whole thing because you want a different thing to happen, a petition? You think people would go for it? I totally would, duh, but I don't know about other people. I mean, I'm happy about Crossbell's independence, yeah, I was super down to have Rufus stay here, though. At least he'll never stop being hot. Just picturing him and Arios next to each other is enough to fry my brain. When it comes to foodstuffs, Legion's king of the region. Imperial imports are on the expense side right now, but on the flip side, Republican produce is officially cheaper than ever. Means now's the perfect time to try out some new dishes and ingredients. So here's another Pecky. We're going to be going to 9 Valley, hopefully, so we'll be able to see if we can cash those in for something. I'm originally from Erebonia, but I'll be sticking around here for work. Crossbell going independent means I'll have to get a work visa. It's going to be a pain. And the price hikes on all the Imperial products kind of sting too. The Empire essentially lost its position of power with the war. It's a defeated, downtrodden shell of what it once was. Aw, she may have Scott's eyes, but she's definitely got your smile, Pearl. Right? I knew you'd be able to tell. Her personality is more like mine too, a wild little thing, you know? If she's got that much energy as a baby, maybe she can take on the Bracer life like her dad. Oh yeah, I can see it already. So if you remember, Pearl was a receptionist here, she's married to Scott the Bracer, and sometime along the way they had a kid. Pardon me, did you have a question for reception? You may not be here now, but I still know this place from front to back. How can I help you? Pearl here is a wonderful young lady who worked under me as a receptionist. So happy I got to see her and her newborn. With Crossbell's independence on the horizon, Imperial businesses like Clayston Co. have relinquished most of their stock in the store. That means the ownership of the store is being reverted to its previous owner, Crossbell & Company. We're in the middle of transitioning everything over, and I'll be leaving the city by next week. Makes me feel a little lonely. Good to see you. I'm Neston. I've been brought back here to serve as manager of this fine establishment. Though it's been downsized, one of our Imperial investors is still considered a major shareholder. Going forward, I hope to study their business practices while maintaining a friendly relationship with them. Hey, Southwark's here. I'm actually from Calvert, so the thought of becoming an Erebonian citizen had me on edge, but I'm good being Crossbellan. Jeanette and I got married after the war, and things have finally started to settle down around here. Once Crossbell achieves its independence again, I plan on putting in the paperwork to become a proper citizen. This is something special, apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for this Mishy tail. 100 strength and 100 accuracy. Sadly, I suspect it was strategically priced. I don't know if you get a better price for getting these from the IBC or not. Or cashing in your stuff at the IBC. Who's fastest? There it is. Oh, Wazy gets it. So I believe that 3 delay me. Actually, hold on, he has 50 accuracy, alright. They all have 50 accuracy, so I don't care. The 3 delay means I think every time you hit the enemy, their delay goes up by 3. So we need to stack that in order for it to be potent. You're still here. Man, I've never been so proud of being a Crossbell. It means I get to have a blast shopping here. Nope, you're not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for her kid, the walker. That's Janetta right there. I don't know if we can go on the roof or not. I'm so relieved that my husband came back from the war okay. I never want to go through something like that again. Peace is always best. Pearl's baby's just too cute for words. Can't wait to start popping out a few of our own. Not right away, we only just got married. We still need our honeymoon, so I want to enjoy us first. Sorry about that, I'm just so happy. I just want to share it with the world. It's fine, really. Oh, to be in that blissful stage of being newly married. You can just feel the happiness radiating off of her. And we're going to go the opposite way that I normally do. I was finally able to start restocking Calvardian brands starting last month. We've already gotten rave reviews. At the end of the day, fashion knows no border. If the stuff's good, the stuff's bad, you know? So go ahead and browse our original products as well as our selects from across the continent. Silver Silk, I'll pass, even though that is technically an upgrade. It's quite a bit of an art boost. Speed +2. And ironically, this is meant for a caster. Compared to that makes you lean towards dodge tanking. Even the church is supporting Crossbell's independence. Each and every citizen has dreamed of this day for as long as I can recall, and now it's coming true in the best of ways. It's been many years since I came here from the Empire. I've seen it all at this point. Wish I could say to everyone who fought to make this real how proud of them I am. Miss Scheider goggles. So the drop rate doesn't really matter, but this is another Mishy thing, so let's cash in more. I'm just tossing that on her so she at least has something. Today is the day we achieve real independence. It's a dream come true, really. I bet my bottom mirror that my late husband is smiling with the goddess at the news. Strega has officially opened its doors again now that everything is settled down. We've got the latest spring lines and Crossbell exclusives and a ton of other nice goods in stock. Feel free to take a look around. If something catches your fancy, also feel free to spend that Mira. Winged Stregas and Strega Tough. The winged ones are kind of nice for their speed, even though if you look, it's going to cost us some defense. Although we get more movement. Quite a bit more. So I kind of want to give this to Lloyd so he can actually get up close and personal, you know? And they have the roof blocked off. So at first I thought that was the kid who's usually complaining about Mary, his mother, walking around window shopping, or maybe she actually is buying crap, we don't really know. Okay, we spoke to them. Come on, balloon guy. Days don't get much better than today, do they? Crossbellans must have hearts of helium because their spirits are lighter than even my balloons. Take care not to get blown off with the wind now. And we still have walkers. I never ended up drafting in the last war, so I can't say I contributed much. Even if all I did was see it happen from the sidelines, though I'm glad Crossbell pulled through. We didn't lose as many lives as we could have. Then again, losing even a single life is one too many. I know it's not technically a festival, but it sure feels like one with how pumped everyone is. It's pumping me up, too. Can't wait to see the signing ceremony. I couldn't have picked a better time to take my vacation to Crossbell. Here's Fernand. Thankfully, all my workers in the back of the store who were drafted during the war made it back in one piece. Not only that, but we're finally able to sell company products under their proper name again. No more off-brand labels. Of course, I know I shouldn't get too excited. The war may have been short, but people did lose their lives. But just as always, that hasn't stopped us from overcoming adversity so that we could one day regain our independence with dignity. Which is why today is worth celebrating. I want to show our appreciation to our customers with this big sale, even if it puts us in the red. I'm so happy that the embargo on Vern Company products has been lifted and I can find them much more easily again. A customer can never have too many choices after all. The competition is good for all of us. Plus, it makes shopping more fun when you have that many more brands to check out. This place really lives up to the hype. They have products from all of the big international manufacturers. Erebonia, Calvert, Laboral, they even have stuff from Reverie and Le Mans. I'm in horrible heaven. I did receive a meager salary from the Imperial Army after I was drafted last year. It wasn't much, but it made for some decent pocket change for a student like me. Too bad I didn't have enough left over to afford that adorable camera on sale. Bummer. Guess I'll have to pick up a part-time job again so I'll have enough to buy it. Wow, they're selling a limited edition color to commemorate the signing ceremony. Gotta get one, I don't want to miss out. So let's talk to Chaco. Hi, welcome to Gen 10. Today we're having a blowout sale to celebrate the signing ceremony. That's a chance to get anything you had your eye on at rock bottom prices. Sales like this don't come around every day, you're not going to want to miss out. You're killing me, game. And Wendy. There you are. The sign ceremony is just around the corner. You three must have a spring in your step as you patrol the city today, huh? Guess you could say that. You sound like you're in high spirits yourself, Wendy. Looks like you have a lot of customers coming today. That's great. It's because we're putting on a big sale to celebrate the occasion. Plus, this is the time of year when everyone is looking for a fresh start. Suffice to say, our sales today are through the roof. Not that money is everything, of course. It's just nice to see so many happy, smiling customers, too. It's great. Sounds like business is really booming. I take it that means nothing strange or unusual has happened around here. Not that I'm aware of. Everything has been same old. Guess it means you guys can't exactly take it easy and let your guards down just because the rest of us are celebrating. I get it. In that case, why not give your Orbans a tune-up while you're here? Not like you'll have time later, right? Got a good point. May as well while we're here. That's the spirit. Now let's see how I can help you today. So we can synthesize new quartz, strengthen existing quartz, and weapons here too, apparently. So I wonder if that means Guillaume is gone. At factories, you can use separate synthesized quartz. You can use new materials to upgrade weapons and quartz. Well, I have you all here. There's something I should tell you about the Arcus too. Reinford Group recently put out a new version. Really? Anything special about it? A lot from what I can tell. You guys should try upgrading your slots for now. You'll be able to equip stronger quartz than you used before once you get a slot up to level 3. Give me a sec. I know I've got some test samples lying around here somewhere. Here there. Use a separate upgraded slot and insert that quartz. It's on the house. Analyze, ultra rare, and 150 of all elements. You really do spoil us, you know that? Thanks, Wendy. We'll give it a whirl. You can upgrade slots. So, upgrading the slots will boost your max EP since spells are so expensive in these games now. You need everything you can get. And they mentioned the further the slot is from the center, the more EP you get, but it's also going to cost a lot more to unlock, so it's a double-edged sword. Don't mention it, that's what friends are for. Anyway, I'll let you all get back to it. Today's busy for both of us, so here's to a smooth Independence Day, am I right? If you need me to tinker with the orbits again, you know where to find me. Repairs, upgrades, you name it, I'll handle it. We'll let you know if we need anything. Thanks again, Wendy. What he said. I'd be fine with not having to touch my orbit much today. Additionally, you can yeah, I did that earlier to show you guys. You can trade the elemental into the workshop, but you probably are better off using it for creation stuff. The Sepith masses can only be used to trade, so feel free to cash them in. But you're gonna be really busy until the signing ceremony is over, huh, Lloyd? Well, if your orbit needs a tinkering, you know where to find me. I'm your gal. So if you look here, it's just like generic stuff. I'm surprised they give you the defense 2 this early, but you can see it eats the lion's share of my Sepith. Now you can get the cheap ones and upgrade them, so keep in mind that is an option. And I kind of want to get a Petrify. Like Petrify and Freeze are kind of cool. They both interfere with the enemy taking actions compared to the crappy Burn here. That doesn't really do much. This does have Sleep. You can get blind, but I'd rather put them to sleep if possible. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is up for grabs already. So the action 2 is tempting. It's just this early in the game, I don't think I'll really need it. Mine too. Now, for this slot, if you notice, it's restricted to Earth Element, so as a result, we can pay Earth Element only to upgrade it. And compared to Wazy, here we'd have to pay just Mirage. So I can give him that ultra rare quartz, and you can see as we go higher and higher that there's more and more here. Whew, she actually has a wind one now, that's weird. So we can use one U material with our currently existing Crime Buster to upgrade it. They don't really tell you what it... Okay, there we go. So we get additional 100 strength, 10 defense. Compared to this one, crit rate plus 2. In all seriousness, with the U materials, it only costs 1. I don't know who we're going to be able to use. Also doesn't cost us any mirror, I should point out. Then you can take ordinary needle shoots, combine them with one U material to get a rare, and then combine some of the rares with more U materials to get the super rare, and then you have the ultra rare here. So you can see the stats keep doubling. It goes 10-20 to 20-40, then 40-80. And for certain spells, like just to show you, like defense, 2 defense 1s, which are 150 Sepith each, combined with 2 U materials gives you a defense 2, which costs normally 600 Earth Sepith. So if you're not pressed for Sepith or you have an abundance of U materials, this may be the best way to go about upgrading your crap. 2 Petrifies with some U materials gives you a Petrify 2, which goes from 10 to 15%. There's no Petrify 3 here, not yet at least. 30 strength on that one. There's Forte. Attack 2 should be the exact same. We have 4 of those. We can use the U material to trade it out, but the more important ones I'd say are like Breath and Holy Breath. Cool thing about these, the healing ones in particular, is if you notice it gives you HP to make you more durable, speed so you can get stuff done more quickly. And then this one even gives you movement, but Ellie and Noelle are the ones with wind slots. They will be attacking from a distance anyway. And then Holy Breath, you can see it's the exact same situation where it's 4-2, so it's like Breath super rare. Evade 2 is 6%. Most of the time elements gives you speed, so these are usually fun to have. Action 2. And then the EP cuts are very important in these games since all the spell prices are really inflated. There's the Analyze Super Rare. 100% accuracy. 80 arts. Wow. So yeah, we're gonna give that to Wazy. We're swapping stuff around. He lost the Mishy Tail here for Noelle. Galleon Fort, so I'm content to get rid of this. This one has to be the super rare. Then we can put Galleon Fort back down here. That's insane, man. But yeah, just to put into context for you, EP1 gave me 150, this alone gives me 400. It beats it in every single metric. CP regained via art damage. Attracts enemies' attacks. That sucks. Oh well. I really don't care too much about setting up their Master Quartz because we're still really early in the game, with this being the second video and all. I suspect we can probably do just about anything and get away with it. Let's go down to Giron. Well, look who it is. On a victory lap or something? Must be a lot of weight off your shoulders today. Can't deny it, though we haven't forgotten all the people who helped us get to this point. You included, Giron. Thank you for everything. What he said, the Resistance owes you a lot for supplying us with weapons. And you did that on the side while keeping this place open in broad daylight. Color me impressed. The man's gotta eat. Not that I like doing business with the complete amateurs or anyone else I haven't taken a liking to. Anyway, can't you see I'm reading here? Try not to stop by too often, got it? We'll try. As long as you keep putting food on my table, I can deal with you coming through the door every now and then. I'll hook you up, but don't get too cozy while you're here. Man's gotta read his newspapers. So we could have bought a better glove. Like, the one upside to this would be the faint chance, but I really don't care about that. Basically, a lot of the guys we've seen so far, they resist it to such a degree that that 30% is probably negligible. Like, to put stuff into, like, to give you numbers. So let's say we bought the Petrified Quartz and put it into use. So that's a 10% chance. And if the enemy does not have 100% accuracy or susceptibility to it, let's say it has 50, that means you have a 5% chance of petrifying them. And as the number goes down, it gets worse and worse. So I haven't spoken to you yet. Look at that. The sky is beautiful. Perfect weather for the signing ceremony. It's been a while since I've been able to kick back and relax on a patrol. You didn't hear that. Officer, they'll almost always be mindful of the citizens and be prepared for anything. Well said, let's give it our all today. And then he used to sit on the opposite side, I think. Ever since we became an Erebonian province, it's like I've been in a funk. Could barely stand to go outside. Today, though, may as well be the most beautiful day I've ever seen. Crossbell's won true independence at last. At last. Never thought it happened. Yeah, that's a typo. Never thought it'd have happened while I was still alive to see it, or it'd happen. One of those two. It would happen, or it would have happened. Life isn't so bad after all, huh? The administrative district. So we have Orcus Tower in the corner there. Everything's busy near the Civic Center right now. That's the middle building right there at the top of the screen. It's where the ceremony is being held today, so I'm not surprised. The district's probably going to be even busier later. Let's see if everything's in order. That's a lot of foot traffic, man. Can we go in the library? City library, no reason to go inside. But Miles might be inside. Feeling parched, my friends? Our fresh juices are here to wash your thirst away. We're going to bring back an old classic that's been off the menu a while to commemorate the signing ceremony. Which classic, you ask? Speaker McDowell's old favorite, the acerbic tomato shake. It's definitely an acquired taste, but it'll perk you up like nothing else. Man, that drink brings back memories. I remember taking one back to him back when he was still the mayor. That was 0, by the way. Could barely stomach the bitterness. But he thought it was milk from how Kia chugged it. So, you used to give better CP than that, I thought. Hello, everyone. Did you come here to see Lady Ellie? Yeah, we're on patrol. We thought we'd check in on her while we're here. I'm sure she'll be delighted. The two of us came to deliver Speaker McDowell his lunch. Then we're also prepared enough for everyone else in the Civic Center to have some. As today is the signing ceremony, we made sure to bring the Speaker his favorite meal. Uh-oh, I know what that means. I do remember his taste being on the unusual side. At least he's getting his daily veg. I'm sure you'll have a lot of work to do today, but please rest while you can and be mindful of your health. We've prepared individualized meals for the others in the Civic Center. For example, we have lots of fruit for Lady Ellie, which should be good for her complexion. Hope she enjoys what we put together. Okay, the kid's not roaming.
Preparations for the ceremony are well underway.
It's really happening. Today, right here, is where it's going to be signed.
I don't think it'll feel real even after I see it.
The spirit mic is here, sir. Excellent. Sorry for roping you into helping here, Tajik. This isn't the Finance Division's responsibility. That's true, but I don't think it's the Transportation Division's job either. Quite happy to pitch in where I can be helpful. You both look really busy getting ready for the ceremony. Yeah, let's not get in their way. All the visitors' chairs will be carried out at the Civic Center later, right? Yeah, we'll leave that to the staff there. Let's just focus on testing the audio equipment now. So, sounds like they're linked together. Did I already talk to you? I had the honor of being interviewed live by the Crossbell Times on this auspicious day. Can still barely believe it. So glad I had the chance to share this joy with my fellow Crossbellans. Now, would you join me in a cheer? Hurrah for Crossbell. Hurrah for independence. Hurrah for the signing ceremony. Is this the kid from the library? How do you feel right now? Being interviewed looks super fun. I was planning to read him this picture book we borrowed from the library, but he's all fired up about the interview he saw happen earlier. It's cute how easily excited children are. I enjoy walking around and taking in the signs, but there's something to be said for relaxing on a bench like this too. My husband and I are going to take it easy until the science ceremony begins. We made our way here as soon as we heard this is where the science ceremony will be taking place. I think we may have arrived a tad early though. And the people you've been waiting for.
Nothing beats ice cream after a job well done.
I'm glad that stall in the entertainment district was still there. Although, I'm guessing we won't have much time to relax like this going forward, with all the guild work we need to do.
I mean, yeah, but that's why we've got to make the most of every chance we get. Oh, you've got some on your cheek. Mmm. The flavor you got is really nice too. Knew I should have gotten a double. Amazing weather, delicious ice cream, a primo eating spot. It's like a dream. Huh? What's up? You've gone totally red.
Yeah, I still can't get over the way you do stuff like that without batting an eye. I thought I'd gotten used to it. But you still catch me off guard sometimes.
Wait, what? What'd I do?
Don't worry about it. You want another bite?
Heck yeah I do. You're the best, Joshua. Lay it on me.
Yeah, maybe not in public.
Oh, come on. We haven't had a chance to do this in ages. Pretty please. Oh.
Hey there, you two. We, didn't mean to interrupt.
How long have you been there?
I'm mortified. Mortified. I'm surprised she actually knows a word that big. You needn't be. I'm sorry we spoiled your fun. Though I think I've gone as red as you two now. Now that was a sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen a couple so clearly head over heels for one another in a while. You were like two blissfully unaware lovebirds. I was just savoring dessert, I swear. I did try to warn you. It's good to see you three again, although I suppose it hasn't been that long since Olivier's wedding. Sure feels like it has, given how busy we've been ever since. I wasn't expecting to run into the two of you here in Crossbell. We're here on a job from the guild. After the sign ceremony, Calvin and Erebony are going to be setting up consulates here, see? So we were asked by the ambassadors for both countries in the world to escort their secretaries here. It's pretty big news. The ambassadors who hired us are the ones who will be serving as consuls, too. Their names are Elsa and Davil. We kind of go a ways back with them. You'd think they were mortal enemies at first glance, but they actually complement each other really well. I think they'll both be brilliant mediators in these difficult times. I trust your judgments, that's reassuring to hear. Even with the war behind us, there's still plenty of diplomatic problems between the Empire and the Republic, like reparations. So here's hoping these consulates go some way toward normalizing things between the two. Yeah, that's an issue the entire region is going to need to address going forward. Still, even if there's lingering problems, I really believe the world's headed in a good direction. Me too. I sure hope so. Still, it sounds like you're going to be in Crossbell for a while longer, right? I'll have to show you what's new around the city once the science ceremony is over. I'll introduce you to some of my favorite date spots. Total privacy guaranteed. Yeah, I think I've had enough of being embarrassed in public for 1 year. Well, I suppose we'd all better get back to work. Ambassadors Cochrane and Crana, huh? Really takes me back. Right? They've been helping us ever since our early days as senior bracers. Though you first met them back when Olivier, Shara, and the others were with you too, right? Prince Olivert. You mean when he was traveling around Liberl in disguise? Yep, first time I met Ambassador Crana, he couldn't stop laying into Olivier for fooling around. I heard he changed his tune when he found out Olivier was a prince, though, poor guy. I'll bet he did. Can't imagine what would have made Ambassador Cochrane treat him any differently. She's always had a stern personality, but has always been understanding and sympathetic toward Liberl. Man, all this reminiscing is making me miss Shara, Zin, and the others. Aren't Tita and Agatha at the IBC? Let's drop in on them during our next break. Great idea. In that case, let's go back to work so we can go see them later. Oh, and good luck on your patrols and with the ceremony. Later, Lloyd. Thanks, Estelle. Same to you. Olivia and Cher must be on their big honeymoon getaway by now, come to think of it. I'm gonna have to pump Cher for the juicy details of their adventure when they finally get back. Not gonna make the joke. I'd imagine it'll take a little time for the ambassadors to get situated here. Once the embassies are established, Crossbell should have stronger relationships with the other countries moving forward. Who knows, it wouldn't surprise me to see them turn to the Triple S for input sooner rather than later. Anything feels possible these days. Can we go to the police station? Oh, they... I guess that might make a little sense, just weird how the angle is. Hello, Lloyd. It's really reassuring to have you on patrol. Thank you for saying so. If anything happens that HQ can't handle, just let us know and we'll do what we can. Understood. We'll be sure to inform you if we need your assistance. Of course, we'll be doing our best to ensure we can handle things on our own. I see that Police HQ is back in business. Being here reminds me of my faithful visit 2 years ago to join the Triple S, not to mention the time we helped the Vice Commissioner. That brings back memories. So, see the Pierre Marriage Peril video, I think? Or no, Pierre's Marital Peril, if you want to see what he's talking about. Brings back memories. Didn't take long at all for things to get back to normal after the city's liberation. Dismantling the military police and rebuilding our old police force for peacekeeping in the wake of the occupation was a top priority. Yeah, from what I remember, one of the people who played a big part in that was...
I cannot commend you enough for all your work this past month.
And there's Dudley.
Thank you, Detective. I'm sure it's been an exceptionally challenging time for you, too.
Machias?
It wasn't easy being tasked with a month-long inspection here. But that this ceremony can go ahead is in no small part thanks to your efforts. I'm very grateful.
I can and should say the same for all the help you've given me in return. And perhaps I should save this until after the ceremony, but congratulations on Crossbell's independence.
Thanks.
Fran.
Oh, hey, Noe! Hey, guys!
Hello. Is this part of your patrol?
Must be rough. Hats off to you.
And you.
How many times do I have to tell you not to call me Noe while I'm on duty?
As many as you want, because I ain't stopping. And wow, your CGF uniform really suits you. But today's outfit is just plain cute. I want to see you in a police uniform one day. I bet you would rock it!
You'd be hard-pressed to find a pair of sisters who get along better than these two. Maybe, but I really wish she'd start being a little more independent. If anything, she's gotten worse since we liberated the city, telling me she wants to sleep in my bed when I go home and such. Where's the harm in that? There's nothing more beautiful than sisterly love, if you ask me. See, Wazy gets it. I need to stack up on vitamin Noel after being away from me for so long. See a doctor immediately. I wasn't aware you were taking the two of them around on your patrol bandings. Not sure how I feel about making people who aren't technically part of the force help with our duties. Oh, is having them with me a problem? I didn't think it would be. No, pay me no mind. You know what works best for you at this point. Experience has taught me that trying to get the Triple S to follow police rules to the letter is a fool's errand. I finally accepted that when you carried out that frankly insane plan to storm Orcus Tower last month. That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? I know they put a lot of effort into preparing for it, but still. But hey, it worked. I do apologize for always worrying everyone, though. By the way, you're Inspector Machias from Thor's Class 7, if I recall rightly. That's right, it's good to see you again. Just call me Machias, though. There's no need to be so formal when we're about the same age. If you're sure, Machias it is, then. I hear you've been staying in Crossbell for the last little while. Yeah, I came on assignment from the Inspectorate. I came to observe the withdrawal of military forces from the city after the war, which the recent occupation put behind schedule. And as long as we're on the subject of the war, let me thank you all again for your help with the Great Twilight. Don't mention it, that crisis threatened us as much as it threatened Erebonia. Still, it sounds like you've got one heck of a stressful job. You're a brave one for signing up for it. I get that a lot. Still, it's rare to see you being so friendly with someone. You're usually such a serious fault finder. Been thinking the same thing. I hear you two are constantly on little coffee dates, too. Easy now, don't be rude, you two. I'm simply acknowledging his diligence and dedication. Young men like him are a rare breed these days. His work has also given us plenty of opportunities to talk. We've got a surprising number of things in common, too, and not just our shared love of coffee. I also learned a lot from you during the case a while back that we ended up helping resolve together. I was just grateful for your assistance with it. While I regret that you'll be leaving Crossbell today, depart knowing that coffee is on me next time you're in the city. Tempt me with a good time, why don't you? I'd be happy to take you up on that. I'm sure my work won't be getting any less challenging anytime soon, so it'll be nice to have something to look forward to. The feeling is quite mutual. They really are two peas in a pod, huh? A bespectacled stress magnet in a fitted suit sure is a specific wavelength, and yet they found each other against all odds. We just don't know if Maki is as much of a shoe nut as Dudley is. Kinda curious what case they were referring to just now, too. Well, be sure to conduct your patrol with great vigilance. I shall be counting on your unique perspective in rooting out potential signs of danger. Should anything happen, you are without a doubt the group able to act most flexibly. We'll do our best. Let's all do what we can to make the ceremony a success. Now that's some high praise. The Triple S has really gone up in your eyes, hasn't it? Yeah, so we're really going to need to pull our weight so we don't let the team down. So, Dudley and Machias added. I'm in charge of keeping all sides coordinated. The 1st and 2nd Divisions will work jointly to strengthen our defenses. You can remain focused on your mission. I'll be sure to update you if there are any changes to our situation. Roger that. My work here is pretty much finished, but I'd like to return to Crossbell in the future for some official checkups. Work aside, I'm admittedly interested in seeing what the future holds for Crossbell as well. Guess you're going to be spending time with the Triple S, right, Noe? In that case, let's get together with Mom tomorrow so we can all throw a party and celebrate Crossbell's independence. Can't stop thinking of everything we can do as a family tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. Hope you're looking forward to it. Come on, Brandy, you need to stay focused. There's still a lot of work to do today. But I know what you mean for once. I'll definitely be looking forward to tomorrow. So normally we're not allowed to go up to the 2nd floor. We're also not allowed to go downstairs. Hello, everyone. Everyone here's been talking about the Triple S lately. So we're going around that you'll be getting some kind of award for your contributions in reclaiming the city. Yeah, I'd say you all deserve one. Seeing all you do is making me want to try extra hard in my own work, too. Although I also did hear it costs a small fortune to replace the glass you smashed in Orca's tower. We'll charge it to the Claw family. I heard that too. Our accounting department was, less than pleased. Wait, really? This is the first we're hearing of this. I'm not sure whether I should be optimistic or fearful of the Triple S's future. I honestly don't think the ceremony could be going ahead with all that Triple S has done. You deserve some kind of award if you ask me. There really is no end to the rumors floating around about the Triple S. Got no business on any of the other floors. Ah, Pierre. So, I don't know about you guys, but just the way Pierre's sprite was depicted, I always pictured him as one of those, like, monkey-looking guys from the, like, 60s anime. Like, for his hair, I pictured it more like Lupin from Lupin the Third. Not that. Well, look who it is. Dragging 2nd Lieutenant Seeker and Hemisphere along on your patrol, are you? I'm used to seeing the 2nd Lieutenant around, but it's been quite some time, hasn't it, Hemisphere? I'll acknowledge your achievements and how you've helped us, but I don't trust you. You must have an ulterior motive. Oh, so that's how it is. What about the time you thought your wife was having an affair and we saved your marriage, Oh yeah, that was a doozy of a sport request. I remember Wazy tagging along because he just wanted a front row seat to the drama. Hold the phone, this is the first I'm hearing of this. Man, Vice Commissioner, you have even worse luck than I do, and you're married. Once again, that's the Pierre marital peril video, if you want to see it. That was over 2 years ago. Stop bringing up ancient history. It was all a big misunderstanding. Margaret wasn't really cheating on me. I mean, that's not important. We're in the middle of an important meeting regarding the 2nd Division security. You must have better things to do than loiter around here, so get back to work. We'll be going now. Do you think I struck a nerve? This is why we can't take you anywhere. Mind if I ask what the 2nd Division will be in charge of, Inspector Donovan? Top brass gave the 1st Division Orca's Tower and the Administrative District. That leaves us with the station, airport, and other commercial areas. We're basically covering Dudley and the 1st Division's blind spots. We'll also have the Metropolitan Division as backup. They're patrolling the entire city. Don't forget I'm a senior detective just like you are, Lloyd. You can rely on me a bit. That's right, you were promoted, huh? I'll be sure to do that when the time comes. I'm having flashbacks to the smuggler case. I'm the supervisor in charge here, and for the record, I'll also be keeping close contact with the Guardian Force, so you better be ready at a moment's notice, 2nd Lieutenant Seeker. I will be, sir. Just listen to him, he's grown to be such a dependable Vice Commissioner. Shut your mouth, Hemisphere. Hemisphere, speaking with you again gives me a headache and even worse receding hairline. Hurry up and get out of my sight. Whoopsie, guess I struck a nerve. As if you did it on accident. Vice Commissioner went through the ringer when we were the military police, and the rest of us became battle-hardened as the Resistance. We'll show the world we're strong enough to protect Crossbell, even without Erebony and Calvert's help. Old habits die hard when it comes to Pierre, but he's got a little more backbone than he used to. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. This room was being used for me until just a few moments ago. Force has many divisions, but we'll all need to work together to keep the ceremony participants safe. Here's to teamwork. And no one's in the interrogation room. So I just want to make sure they finally got rid of that bowl that's been on the table since ever. Man, this would be a good setting for a horror game, just saying. Okay, let's head over here to the entertainment district. I know I left City Hall alone, or at Civic Center, but we have to go there and City Hall at the Orcus Tower, so we'll be back anyway. Crossbell Entertainment District. This place is always crazy busy, but it might be a little extra crazy today. Can't blame anyone. We've all been waiting for this day to come. Plus there's the Arkansas performance tonight. Speaking of, why don't we go have a check-in? Why don't we go check in on them? Oh man, I'm getting hiccups. Sure, though, I bet they're up to their necks in practice. Got plenty of other places we could pop our heads in while we're here, too. New Ed Blanc's Crossbell location is still open for business if you're curious. We noticed we've been expanding our customer base big time recently, too. We get Kelvardians here and there, but now we're even getting customers from even further than that. Wait a second, is that you, AZ, the host? That I am, and I remember you dazzling me in my old job, miss. I only saw you a few times, but you're sweet to remember me. Oh yeah, I forgot Wazy was a host. It's one of those things you forget until you watch him dial the charm up to 11. It did worry me a bit when I heard you quit so suddenly. New job, I'm guessing? Yes, something more sophisticated, you might say. I'm mainly stationed abroad for it, so I'll likely never have time to resume my old job. That's too bad. You'll be missed, but as long as you're happy. I am. You take care, miss, and try not to indulge in the nightlife too much. What can I say? He has priestly ways. Didn't know what was going to happen until the IDF tried to occupy Crossbell. Thank goodness for the CPD and CGF. You got our lives back. Even customers from Kelvert are back. I can't remember the last time I felt so free. So Iris is a hostess. One of the things they changed that I knew about was the back alley is now part of the entertainment district. So these used to be two separate locations, but they've been rolled into one, and it's kind of cool. How about it? Want to swing by? Triple S. No need to bury your fangs, guys. I ain't forcing nobody to come with. If I gotta hustle to keep our Erebonian location open, then that's what I gotta do. It's all in the name of business, baby. Don't be shy and come on by if you're feeling lucky. You know, I think I just might. If you're open to give me a discount. Wazy. So he's that kind of cop, eh? Even though technically he's supposed to be a priest now, I think. I feel deeply emotional today, knowing that with the coming signing ceremony, Crossbell will once again have its independence. As you can imagine, our hotel is brimmed with guests who are staying here to witness this historical moment in person. We have a number of guests who hail from the Calvardian Republic, as a matter of fact. That, more than anything, is a testament to the war truly being over, a fact that brings me no shortage of joy. Having Dario join us has taken care of some of the load off my shoulders, which has been nice. I'm trying to remember who Dario is. He's been so capable at this job since the beginning that's honestly a little scary. I know that when I was new here, Aaron chewed me out constantly. This just means I have to go back to the basics and hone to the point that the new guy just put me to shame. For as developed as Crossbell is supposed to be, it seems there are no movie theaters or racetracks like in Calvert. But that's okay, Arkansas makes for perfectly fine entertainment in its own right. I can't wait to catch a show. It only took a night to get from Edith in Calvert to Crossbell by train. I don't know what... Apparently Edith is a city. Might play a role in Black, I don't know. It was a pretty nice journey, all things considered. I even got to eat a nice meal along the way. Oh, someone's in here. That guy over there is Dario Giscard. Believe it or not, he's the son of the Heimdall Bank president. Oh man, I remember him now. I'm not surprised you hear this given his background, but Dario has a history of debauchery, to put it lightly. Seems, however, that his father has finally run out of patience for his son's antics. He's been sent here to the hotel to perform menial work until he learns the error of his ways and grows up. As it turns out, for someone with such a sharp tongue, he's quite attentive and keeps busy, so I'm glad to have him around. Damn it, why does a guy like me have to do such menial labor among these peasants, huh? Can't believe it, how can my own dad do this to me, his beloved son, the nerve? Can't even spend the money I make here how I like. This is torture, I tell you, torture! There, now the bedding is all fresh and ready to go. How can this dump allow people to sleep on such filthy linens? Have they no shame? So I think I made the comparison that it was supposed to be like the Hilton family, how Conrad had to disown most of his descendants. A little messed up, but it is what it is. Welcome to the Hotel Millennium. If you are looking for an overnight stay, we're going to inform you that our rooms are completely booked for tonight. Or if you need a place to rest and relax during the day, then we'd be more than happy to accommodate and serve you. Knowing that, we hope you'll consider spending this momentous stay with us. We look forward to your patronage. So if you remember, Millennium has a door, 2 doors in the same area. So you can go in one and out the other. Oh, are these the fans? So, Ilya used to have 2 fans out here all the time, but I don't remember their names. It's not this dude, they were both female, I think. Actually, was it these 2? Maybe he just looked like a female sprite, I don't remember. Can't believe how well she's able to perform. I heard that her injuries were so bad that she might not be able to perform again. Can't begin to imagine how much work she put in to be able to get back to where she is now. Lady Ilya is just amazing. I'll be your fan forever and ever, Lady Ilya. I don't know, that might be him. Oh yeah, that's them. I remember now, Portia and Tap. February 14th practically made history for Arkansas. You saw it, right? The way Ilya, Risha, Theodore, the way the whole troupe went and performed out of nowhere? I was moved to tears. Can't believe I got to see it live. I'm so happy I live in Crossbell. I almost think someone might pinch me to show me I'm dreaming. Never thought we could be together in the open like this, Heathcliff. My love, I can assure you that this is no dream. The manner in which you so passionately sought me during the war moved not just me, but our families as well. Don't be silly, they would never change their minds based on that. It was your great bravery as a soldier that helped them to accept us. Both our houses had reason to want you as a feather in their cap after your many accomplishments. I know how those times hurt you so, but I love you too much not to use them to keep you near. Please don't condemn yourself so, my dear Mercedes. My heart has been yours since long ago. No matter how much time passes, I'll always be grateful that you and I fell in love. Heathcliff, I'm so lucky to have met you. So I don't remember if it had to have been Cold Steel 4, where we had the quest with those 2. I'd planned on returning to the Empire after the signing ceremony, but Arkansas is supposed to have a show tonight. It's even going to be broadcast on the display vehicles around the city. You can always take the last train. Home can wait. Pains me to see you in such low spirits on a day of celebration. Why don't we take a tour of the city until the dream of a million nights begins? Heathcliff is always there to comfort me when I need him. But I always need him. He must think I do nothing but whine and moan. I must learn to do as much for him as he does for me. You're reading too much into it, lady. Their latest limited time flavor is so addicting. Gotta have it for one of my 3 scoops. To celebrate Arkansas's big comeback, we're offering new limited time flavors packed with deliciousness. We got Mango Sorbet, inspired by Ilya's image of the Sun Princess, Peach Sorbet, inspired by Risha's image as the Moon Princess, and a star-shaped Ramune confectionery made from lingonberries to celebrate the Star Princess's homeland of Northumbria. And by their powers combined, they make the Cosmic Cluster Ice Cream. If you love Arkansas, this combo's the way to go. 500, and it only cures 1,000. I mean, it's an offensive steroid, but I'll pass. I remember, did I talk to you? Yes, that's Ramonda. And Martin, we spoke to them. Hey there, wanna play? Today's the big day. Getting your casino fix in is great, but make sure you don't miss out on the signing ceremony. It won't be long before the eternal struggle over Crossbell's ownership finally comes to an end. In the end, the winner won't be Erebony or Calvert, it'll be us Crossbellans, the people. That said, anything can happen in life just as it can on the roulette table. One can never be too cautious. My apologies. I shouldn't be so foreboding on such an auspicious day. Can I interest you in a game? I can promise it'll be a fun way to celebrate the occasion. This sucks. We're supposed to celebrate us winning Independence Day, but all I'm doing is taking one loss after another like a chump. Still think I've got a lucky streak in me and can win it all back, or go completely bankrupt trying. Man, what am I gonna do? Well then, how about a game of blackjack or poker? I must say, it brings me no shortage of joy to see Rita Rosa back at my table. She was once one of our regulars. Her skills as a gambler seem no worse for wear for all the time that's passed either. It's truly remarkable. So, Rita Rosa is her. She's the one who always cleans out whoever's at this table. Whether it be Gantz, the three punks who live on West Street... Is it what? No, it's the residential district. And so on. I have fun at Kilvardian casinos too, but there are always too many familiar faces in the crowd back home. It tends to spoil the fun somewhat. So I come to Crossbell when I want some good old-fashioned gambling with no strings attached. Welcome to Barker Casino. Today's a big day for Crossbell. I want to do everything I can to make sure our customers leave happy, so stay a while, play some games, and trade in those mountains of tokens you're going to win for some of our fabulous prizes. So we have the Mishi coin here, which helps with accuracy, and then it adds a little bit of delay. Pecky plushie, 6,000. Emergency pup, that's a consumable. The various droplets. So yeah, if you want to have like farm stats, you can, but I'm not a min-maxer in this series. And then the Imelda accessories are over here. So Evergreen, magic evasion 25%, but regular evasion only 5%. Yeah, I think I'd probably prefer the Abyss Shadow over this now with that crappy 5. Ooh, 5% or 50% break damage. And this reduces EP cost. So I wonder how that stacks with the quartz. Is it additive or multiplicative? The Deep Ogre breaks after one use. I thought this was the emergency puppet. Should also mention the emergency puppet has 20% evasion. I wonder if that's a translation mistake. Well. So, out of curiosity, do I even have enough to play a game of poker? Well, in game, cost 5, 52 cards, no jokers. Hand of 5, strongest hand wins. Yeah, I can't afford to fold at all. Okay. So this looks like a good hand, but it's bad. So you can give up the queen and fish for the straight, but I've always found that you're better off just keeping the pair. See, no, I wouldn't have gotten the straight at all anyway, so it doesn't matter. One pair, and then it's considered a draw, even though they don't acknowledge the value of the card. So I'm good to hold. I can't afford to raise, though. You went for that's another set of 3. So I'm willing to play one more. Basically, if you see him take 3 cards, you're usually in a pretty good spot. Nope. I'll probably play this off camera, just so you know. So I think you can get like 1,000 coins if you win, or no, it'd be more than that because that round was 200, so they changed the value. But it used to be like if you got to the end, you'd get 1,000. My, what an exquisite gambling hall. Their wines and spirits are simply sublime. There's nothing quite like indulging in drinks and loosening up before a few games. Unless you want to win, then you better stay sober. Hey, Rick's here! Stop going to the casino once I lost my magic touch with the slot machines. Today's a special occasion, though. I can't think of anywhere I'd rather celebrate my newfound Crossbell and freedom than here. So here I am, slipped out of the old bowl. I slipped out of the old ball and chain and finally came where I belong. Couldn't be happier. He has a thing going on with his wife. Got conscripted in the war last year, but luckily made it back with my slots' arms still in one piece. Thank ADOs for that one, am I right? One of the only good things about being forced to join the army is my stipend. I'm still burning through it as we speak. Jeez. I mean, if you lost your right arm, you could still pull the lever with your mouth. Afternoon, Triple S. On duty, I take it? I suppose a drink is out of the question, but I could mix you a virgin cocktail if you'd like. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever had a non-alcoholic cocktail now that I think about it. They have their fans, but they're not for me. What's the point of my if my beverage doesn't have a little extra kick to it? Wait, were you lying every time you said you were only drinking virgin cocktails? What about that time you said, ma'am, this is juice? I think that's past the statute of limitations at this point. Anyway, maybe we'll come back once we're off duty, Drake. You're more than welcome to, of course. I'd be more than happy to serve you if you chose to only come back with a date. Now there's a fun thought. Just who might Lloyd bring with him to share some of the drinks with while the rest of us aren't looking? That's a good question. When you two stay focused, we should be getting back to our patrol. So don't forget Noelle is technically part of Lloyd's harem, even though... like, he has a weird one. That takes us... So yeah, they're only in the residential district at all. Moment you guys have been waiting for.